Okay, guys, sorry about that. Not sure if you could hear everything I'm saying. I got the truck on and I got the AC running. My name is Steve Thompson. I'm trying to make a video to help company drivers that might want to become owner-operators or independent contractors, as some places might call it. So I'm trying to make some tips for you. In the beginning, each week I might add a little bit more to what I've said the previous week, but it's only in trying to give you the knowledge you may need or help answer some of the questions you may have as far as what you should do, how you should go about it, things of that nature. And the one thing I can honestly say is, before you do anything, I would say come up with a plan. And the plan being, what do you want to become an independent contractor for? I mean, for the most part, it's going to be for the money, but you got to understand, with great powers come great responsibility. I just wanted to say that. But for real, being an owner-operator, you pay for everything that goes wrong with that truck while it's in your care. So I would say come up with a plan. Most places have, 1-year lease, 2-year lease, 3-year leases. I would say, if you don't plan on doing this for life, try the 1-year lease. See how the 1 year works out with you, and if you like it beyond that, if you like it during that 1 year time frame, then I would look into getting an extended lease, maybe the truck that you really want, and you can make payments on that truck and hope for one day it'll be yours and paid for. But after you get your plan, I would say find a company. Now what I did, I can't speak for everybody, but what I did was I researched a couple of about 3 or 4 different trucking companies, and I wrote down a bunch of questions and I asked each recruiter the same questions, and the companies that gave me an answer to what I was looking for, excuse me, this thing loves making noise, it loves being in the mix of things. But what I did was I called about 4 companies up. I asked each recruiter the questions on my list, and the ones that answered the questions to where I was looking for the particular answer, excuse me, I would write their name down next to that question, and at the end of it, what I did was I added up which company was marked under each question the most, more than others, and that's how I started narrowing it down. But the biggest thing for me was, if you're going to become an owner-operator and you're going to make payments on a truck every week, you should be in charge of your own destiny. And what I mean by that is, you shouldn't have other people dispatching you to where they want you to go and how much money they think you should make. Most of dispatchers, you got to kiss ass to get really good loads to where you want to go, depending on what it's about. For me, I'm not gonna kiss nobody's ass. I mean, I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm from New York. New Yorkers don't kiss ass like that. I'm sure other states of the country, people don't feel the same way. But for me, I narrowed it down and I picked the company that I picked. I don't really want to say the name of the company right now, just for the fact that they watch everything that goes on social media. So I'm just keeping it to myself for now. But for the most part, yeah, I picked a company because I'm able to dispatch myself and pick my own loads, and I'm in charge of my own fate. So if I don't make no money, I have nobody to blame but myself. So other companies, they want to pay you by the mile, but I wanted to get paid by the load. It kind of makes it so you don't have to drive as far all the time. You know what I mean? You don't have to do the 2,500, 3,000 miles a week if you don't feel like driving that far. You know, if the loads pay you for what you want to make after you know, all your deductions, and you can bring home what you want to bring home, then that's where my head is at, you know. And I don't have to go through a dispatcher to go home if I want to go home. And that was a big thing for me, because, you know, a lot of dispatchers would keep you on the road for about 3 months and then tell you, okay, you can go home for a weekend. Nah, that doesn't work for me. You know, you're home every night. You can see your family every night. You get paid every week. You know, I want to go home when I want to go home. If I want to go home in the middle of the week and end my week, cut my week short, as long as I can make my payments and everything is fine, let me do what I need to do. So that's how I basically picked the company I went with. And my truck payments aren't that bad. Some of you, if your credit is really good, my credit isn't really good, you might be able to buy your own truck and go to the company, which I would suggest you do, only because your payments per month will be cheaper versus paying every week. You'll be making one payment a month, so your bring home will be a lot better at that point. For me, I don't have that option. I took the only option I had, which was go to a company, you know, get a truck and do what I have to do at that point. I took a 1-year lease out with this company just to see if I like it, just to see what it's about, just to see if I could deal with it for, you know, paying off the truck. And I calculated, and if I wanted to, I can pay the truck off that I'm in about 3 years or so. So if I could do that, then the truck is mine. I can do whatever I want at that point. So that's another big deal with me. I didn't want to be locked into a 5-6 year deal paying off a truck. So do your homework before you think about becoming an owner-operator. Remember, you know, you pay for your gas, and whatever goes wrong with the truck really comes out of your pocket. I would say, as far as the gas prices go, I know a lot of people have concerns about it, and what I do is I make the load pay for itself. In other words, if I have a load that pays, I don't know, I'm gonna give you a ballpark number, $500, and it's going, another ballpark number, 350 miles. What I do is, you know, my truck gives me 7.5 miles to the gallon. So I multiply, or I divide my miles per gallon to how many miles is a trip. Whatever the number you come up with, you know, I'm just gonna throw another number out there just for, you know, given's sake. Say it's, you know, to go 350 miles, you need about 60 gallons of fuel. That would, you know, times 7 would give you 350 gallons. And sometimes I'll put a little extra in it, but, you know, being how gas prices are right now, you know, it'll cost me about maybe $160 in gas. So the plus side is, the trip was 500, it went 350 miles, I paid $150 in gas, I bring home $350 out of that trip. That's how I look at it. That's how I do my trips. I always want to make sure that whatever fuel I pump in my truck for that trip, the pay is greater than the fuel cost. You always got to make sure that's the name of the game. You want to bring home money. So don't fuel your truck all the way up on each trip. You're going to kill yourself doing that, and you're going to be in debt. You'll never be able to save money up, and you'll be stressing a lot of the times. Another thing I would say is, you know, once you talk it over with your wife, if you feel this is what you want to do, you know, make the truck comfortable for you. So as you're out here, it doesn't seem so bad. Like me, I just bought a TV, DVD player. I just installed it. You know, a little DVD player, it doesn't really work for me. It doesn't give me that I'm at home feeling, that comfortable feeling. So I just bought an inverter. I'm about to get that put on. We're about to buy a refrigerator. You know, the less money you spend on food out here, because food is expensive, as most of you know. You know, it helps you bring more money home to you and your family. And you know, if this is something you're gonna do for the rest of your life, you know, it helps you put money back into your business so you can make more money, which is the name of the game for me. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about things right now because this is the first one. What I will say is this is gonna be the beginning of a regular series for me. Every time I take my 34-hour reset, I will be shooting a new video. I'm just roughing this one out. It will get better, trust me, guys. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, if you really want to get started, just, you know, come up with a plan of what you want to do. Are you paying off your, you know, clearing your credit? Do you want to do this for 20 years? You know, do you want to pay your truck off? It's just, you know, do you just want to be an owner-operator for a short period of time so you can stack up money? Remember, you pay your own taxes, you pay your own fuel, you pay whatever mechanical costs that happens with the truck in your care for the time you sign up for it. So just be wary about everything you do before you sign that paper. My plan is to clear my credit this year. I'm trying to get a house next year. Me and my wife and my family. We're trying to get a house next year. We want to move. I'm tired of renting. They're just paying other people off. So for me, it's important for me to clear my credit and get my credit score back to good standings and get this house next year. So I'm not really going to make a lot of money on the plus side in my bank account this year. This year, you know, I just started doing this in May, and we're now in August. So I've been out here for 4 months, and it's going to take some time before you understand the rules and the regulations of the road. Some people have been doing this for 20 years and they have the money that they need, but always in the beginning, when you start a business, it's always going to seem harder than it is. So be ready for the fight. Be patient. You know, have a clear understanding that, you know, you've been working hard for other people, you must now work hard for yourself. You know, because it's all about you at this point. You know, the company is just, it's your foundation, but you are your own workforce. The company will help you, but it won't work for you. So you just have to be the force behind your own motivation, or the motivation behind your own force, however you want to look at it. But some days are going to test you. Some days you might feel like giving up, but never give up. I mean, in the end, for a lot of people that can deal with it, it will be something, you know, worth fighting for, especially if you're able to take care of your family at a much better rate than you are. So, as I said, my name is Steve Thompson, aka Optimus Prime. You know, I'll show you my little bobblehead guy here. You know, it's me and Optimus on the road right now. You know, and we're doing it right now. We're trying to make this thing work for our interests. So until next week, everybody, be safe. Come up with a plan. You can always catch me on Facebook, and or you can ask me questions here. You know, subscribe. I'll try to keep you informative about what stuff you should get, what stuff is a good buy, and you know, I try to help you out as best I can, as much as I can. You know, when I started this, I didn't have much help, so everything I'm learning, I've pretty much learned on my own. So, hang tight till next week. God bless. Stay safe. Bye.